The woman returned home, only to find her own sister entangled with her husband. Before she could question them, she accidentally overheard their conversation. Every time they had an affair, their parents helped by watching over things. She suddenly turned to look at her sleeping mother, and a scene flashed through her mind. Just moments ago, her mother had sent her out to buy medicine. At this moment, she finally understood. Her mother had deliberately sent her away, just to keep her from discovering the truth. It felt like a knife had been driven into her chest. She couldn't believe it. The mother who had always loved her had actually helped them cover up their betrayal. Even harder to accept, the man who claimed to love her had been secretly involved with her dearest sister. But the nightmare wasn't over yet. A few days later, her mother was suddenly kidnapped. The kidnappers demanded $5 million and threatened that if they didn't get the money within 10 minutes, they would cut off her mother's hand. Her sister panicked instantly, terror filling her face. She dropped to her knees, tears streaming down, begging the woman desperately to save their mother. Their father joined in, urging her to pay up quickly, but the woman just sat there coldly, saying nothing, doing nothing. Time ticked by, second by second. Her sister couldn't believe her indifference. Their mother had always favored her the most. When they were kids, she would peel shrimp and put them in her bowl. But now, when their mother's life was on the line, she chose to sit back and do nothing. Seeing that waiting any longer was pointless, the husband had no choice but to call the police. But just then, a phone rang. The caller ID showed a name that made everyone's heart stop: the kidnappers. As soon as the call connected, a gruesome photo was sent over. Her mother's hand had already been severed. The room fell into dead silence. Her father completely panicked, begging her once again to hand over the money. But she remained calm and refused on the spot. Her reason was simple. Her company was in a crucial stage of going public. To avoid financial risks, she had frozen all her accounts in advance. Her sister refused to give up, still pleading. She knew that for the woman, getting $5 million was nothing. But the woman remained unmoved. Desperate, her sister grabbed her car keys and property deed, hands trembling as she held them out. Her eyes were red as she swore, as long as their mother was saved, she would pay back every cent.